The procedure that I'm going to have is part reconstruction and kind of the cosmetic side, but it's also to kind of alleviate some breathing issues that I've been having on my left side. I had a previous surgery on my jaw, and my top jaw was actually impacted up and pushed up, so it's kind of created a few issues with my nose.
Jamie's a beautiful young lady. I mean, she's attractive, she has gorgeous eyes, just gorgeous features. When she first came in, her main concerns were the nose was the flaw, or one area that she just felt that was taking attention away from the rest of her facial beauty. And that's very typical. Most of the time when individuals come in seeking facial or nasal plastic surgery, they have one particular area that they feel that it's so outstanding that it takes attention away from the eyes. And really, that's what Jamie's main concerns were. Her nose just didn't fit her face.
Cosmetically, I would like to fix the bone here. I'd like to make it a little less pronounced, as well as I have a sloping on the side of my nose, and I'd like to make that a little bit less and more uniform. And this tip is a little bit large, and I'd like to get that smaller.
During the rhinoplasty consultation, the goal is for me to listen. I mean, really, that's the place where an individual's coming in and they are unhappy about the appearance of their nose, or they're having difficulty breathing, or a combination of both. And it's a time really, at least for the beginning and the middle portion, I'm listening. I really want to know what they're concerned with.
He really, answered every question and looked for my concerns first instead of just telling me what he thought. And although it is nice to hear a doctor's opinion, it's also nice to know that they're concerned about yours first. And I just thought that he really explained every detail to me, and I really liked that.
All right, so we're gonna first get started with the septoplasty, which will address Jamie's breathing issues.
She had a lot of breathing issues preoperatively, so we fixed her septum, and she had some internal nasal valve issues that were compromising her breathing as well, that we corrected. But a lot of these things really help each other. Fixing the internal valves actually aesthetically improved the nose from the outside, and fixing the septum always obviously will improve their quality of life afterwards.
So we're just closing the septum, and we're going to get started with the rhinoplasty in a few minutes. We've raised the tissue off the tip area. Now we're going to raise it off the middle nasal vault, which is the middle portion of the nose, and then raise it off the nasal bone, which is the upper portion of the nose. So first we're going to create something called a columellar strut. That basically goes to re-strengthen and structurally support the nose so that it stays really strong and in the position that we actually set the nose in for a long time. That's one of the problems with other rhinoplasty techniques, is that that structural support is not there. So the nose looks really great in the first year, 2 years, but then after some time passes by, the nose starts to collapse. So I'm sewing in the graft for the bridge.
During the surgery, we did many little maneuvers to achieve the outcome that we wanted to get, including improving her nasal profile, lengthening her nose a little bit because she had just a very upturned nose that didn't look perfect, especially on the profile view. So we brought the tip down a little bit, and we softened the tip so that the tip cartilages weren't so prominent and were narrowed and really aesthetically fell in to the overall aesthetics of her nose.
I'm so happy with the results of my rhinoplasty. I think that Dr. Azizzadeh really listened to what I wanted, and I definitely feel that it was accomplished. My face is better than I imagined it to be. I just feel like much more confident when I look in the mirror, and I breathe so much better. Everything was more than I expected.
With Jamie, we're very fortunate because I think her expectations have been met. She's ecstatic. She's really happy with the results. It's really actually more than what she actually thought we could accomplish. And for me, my expectations have definitely been met.
My day-to-day life has definitely been changed by my rhinoplasty. I feel like everyday things are easier. I can breathe so much better. So things like, you know, going to the gym or going on a run or sleeping especially has just been so much nicer. It's funny, the things that you take for granted that you don't really realize, it bothers you, but you don't understand the full, you know, effects of not being able to breathe well, and then to have that change is just amazing.
Even though it's been only 3 or 4 months since the surgery, the nose looks fantastic, the tip looks great, the profile looks great, and that balance between the bridge and the tip that we always talk about, all the aesthetic lines and shadows have really improved. So I'm very, very happy. She's very happy, so that's a good thing. This is like the ideal situation.
And just to go into the business world is what I really want to do, and I just think that this is that extra piece that I needed to walk into an interview or just walk into that field and feel good about myself and feel confident. And I think that having the surgery has really given me